Oh, that sound.
And we're live. Hello, everybody. This is Cleric. I'm once again joined by Zealous.
Hey, folks, what's going on?
And, of course, from Chang.
Hello.
We're going through a little playthrough here of Project Phantasma, a little follow-up to the Armored Core 1 playthrough. No, I haven't. Oh, man, that looks, that I've never understood how the rest of the game looks the way it looks, but that little, intro there, the flames look so realistic. It always throws me off. But we're gonna let this intro rock. Yep, Heavy gets the cover art.
I love this track so much.
There's a funky looking AC with the tank with the little skinny gun arms. There's the classic AC right there. All right.
Hey, before you fire up, by the way, I just got something up here. The sound, all that stuff's great. The focus on your window here, running through Discord. Do you have that set right for us, Chang? Can you see everything okay?
I can actually, Clark, just a heads up, I can only see the emulator screen right now.
Oh, let me fix that.
Yeah, bring that over for us. I mean, I would be more than happy to commentate on a blank window. I mean, I can write you an essay about the Armored Core USA. Dang it, you ruined it. Armored Core USA reprint published. I give up.
You know, it's got to be weird. I'm just gonna give you guys my screen. That'll probably be easier.
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
Screen one. There you go.
Hey, all right, we're live.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Gonna go scenario mode, of course, and we're gonna load a game
Sweet.
now.
Now, if I recall, you still have that shiny heavy file, aka your heavy that couldn't fit through the door.
I've actually made some adjustments since then.
Oh, not kidding. Look at that. Look at the credits too.
Yep. Played through 1,000 times.
I played through, did a bunch, and found a couple of things you could do. I went through and got myself killed a bunch, and
He plussed out.
got plussed out and did the whole thing, got all the gun missions. Figured we're gonna do this, do it right? So,
Yep.
so here we are at the garage. Let's look at my baby here. Here we go. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeesh.
Nice and pretty.
Nice and pretty. Now, I'm not going to make a slight adjustment here. I'm not worried about credits, obviously, because I have lots.
Right.
So I'm going to make adjustments just on the back weapons. And you can see it's actually working correctly this time. You can see things.
There you go. Yeah, you're not you're missing models and stuff when you go through different parts of it.
All right.
Hey,
So in honor of Zealous being here, we're gonna throw this on.
bro, you gonna get my walking cane? That on, man.
Yep.
You're too kind.
I'm also just for the sake of change here a little bit. I'm gonna throw a chain gun on because why not?
Nice.
If you keep this up, you're gonna be a silent line plusser with the chain gun GNL.
J gun GNL. Yep. That was my inspiration. Of course, Kurosawa Moonlight, because why not Kurosawa?
Of course.
All right. So we're gonna start this game off right. Project Phantasma being a little different from the first one, very linear story, but we're gonna go straight into arena.
Now, that's probably one of the best parts of the game is that when it added this aspect, being able to fight these other ravens, it made the game, much better experience overall.
We're going against Pilot Danger, piloting the AC Wasp. You may notice that this AC looks a little familiar. He is the same AC that you would have started with previous game. Or, if I'm correct, this game too, if you were starting from a scratch file. So
in other words, you're making this guy play Last Raven right now. Okay.
pretty
Sure.
much,
Bottom of
yeah.
the barrel.
Yeah, I would say I feel sorry for him, but I don't. And the other cool
Also,
part about this, pick your level.
So good.
Also, just love how his emblem is just a stick figure,
Yeah.
just
Yep.
jumping. Bottom of the barrel.
But yeah.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. No, you nailed it though about the introduction to the arena, man. This is a hallmark of AC that would not only stay for the rest of PS1, but all through PS2 generation, and then partially crossing over too.
Yep. And watch just as Cleric just absolutely munches this guy.
And
Oh.
Oh, there we go. This one.
Just look at that AP melt.
you're actually just taking the whole tour of weapons. You're cruel, man.
I can just sit here. Look how little damage he does. Look at that. Look how little damage that does. Why do I care? Ooh, look at him dodging the Kurosawa!
Look at that.
Did you see that Twitch dodge?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Rank 49 basic AC had a Twitch dodge on the
You got that
Kurosawa?
juke.
Whoa.
You weren't ready for those Steelers Super Bowl moves.
He did. Oh, I went to review. My bad. I always went to review by accident. Always did.
Yep.
It's also a fun little feature being able to actually replay those matches. Cleric and Zealous, did you guys use that a lot when you guys were like in the tournament scene?
Oh, for replay, yeah. In fact, I think what would happen, it was less replay. One of the recording stations would have a different camera angle.
Yep.
Nice.
So instead of taking it from the first person, you would have it as like the stage view, and it would like switch between different ACs and stuff. With several of the ones, I think, like from especially ACMM, I think 2 and 3 both like that.
Yep. We're going against Luke the Evader here.
I mean,
He has missile arms.
Obviously, this is a patrician in terms of his taste. I mean, look at this quad.
I know. I mean, I prefer the arena, but just for the sake of showing them off, I will show each level one at a time here.
There you go.
What we fight in, even the begrudged city level, because of all the stupid buildings.
Man.
Look at them trees. Look at them trees.
Glorious 3D.
Now, we are playing on emulator, which, by the way, is totally legal if you own a physical copy of the game, which I do. Thank you, Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Lets you do this. But, since it's an emulator, we're also running in Direct 3D, which enhances some of the 3D models. Oh, I'm charging. I got bottomed out. Didn't even pay attention.
It's not going to have much effect on you. Got it. Seems there's a trend with some of the earlier ACs to have a lot of them more like open arenas.
Exactly.
I mean, it felt to me like a lot of them started to get more claustrophobic the further this, especially the PS2 age went on. But
I did it again. We're going to go into replay.
Oh.
I did it again. That's why it looks like it's frozen. It didn't. It's going to replay.
One quick thing you might want to check, Claire. Just want to make sure. Is all your sound catching on your end? I mean, we got visuals just fine here.
Yep, sound's catching from what I can tell. I had everything adjusted ahead of time, so we should be all set on audio.
Okay, cool. I don't know if Cheng, if you have it. I don't have audio right now.
No, I don't either. So.
I don't need it. I really don't need it.
Yeah.
As long as I got your visuals.
Yep. Same here.
Oh no.
Rock on.
Special parts.
Well, that's kind of sad.
Hey, if you're worried about me, not hearing the WA finger shred stuff, don't worry, dude.
Yeah, that's true. I guess when you share a screen, it doesn't share the audio too. That's interesting.
No, it's no problem. You're good. Everything else is running fine.
Speaking of which, another little fun piece to the arena. Doesn't happen all the time, but as you sort of play through and beat opponents, you do get new parts basically. And to bring up what you mentioned earlier, Zealous, I think, is it with Necron that we get the finger, or is that through a mission? I can never remember.
I'm pretty sure it's Necron. I'm 92.78% sure it's Necron. At least I think it is. Hey, another quad.
Woo!
Dragonfly. Pilot is Roach. That must like bugs. He's expected to move through the clinks quickly.
Well, that stops here.
Yep, poor guy.
Blow him out of the sky.
Night City. Yeah, I was talking about the 3D rendering earlier, but yeah, it's just like, you see when things are 3D rendered versus just static images, like these trees, you know?
Right.
Oh, I see my radar here. He's hiding on the behind a building.
And yeah, I'm gonna go with that. You should be spot on. It is Necron. I remember.
Which makes sense because it's basically, one of the most, if powerful weapons in the game. So,
right.
Just every game, like the moment you open up with that gun, everything dies.
Boom.
A couple of notes about the three of us here. I know anybody watching, you're probably here if you checked out our last episode where we did AC Classic. But just a real quick blurb. Cleric here adores heavyweights.
Very much
if
so.
If it weighs 1,800 pounds and has a lot of guns, this man will play it. Cheng here belongs to the Church of Tolima, but we have to wait until AC4 age to even get that leg. So I don't even know what religion you ascribe to before that, dude. I mean, what did you do in Classic AC? What's your stick? What's your thing?
I am not gonna lie. I was one of those Karasawa Moonlight guys.
Classic.
Yeah. I just I adore the old games, but they never really stuck to me as much as Fiverr Verdict Day or the later 3rd gen series stuff,
Right.
So it's gonna be might be a while before I get to talk about the Church of Tolima, so few
Alright,
years.
can you guys see things now?
Yeah, just fine.
Black Rose.
Last but not least, myself, I'm a quad fanatic.
Quad squad.
Yeah, man. Anything to do with the heavyweight quads, midweight quads, lightweights, you name it. It is, let's face it, the best leg type there is out there. Aesthetically function, the whole deal.
Not biased whatsoever in any way, shape, or form.
No, they're not.
All right, Tolima Church, man. Man, this guy's so skinny.
And
I always hate these sort of maps that from to throw in.
Yeah,
these super small cloth.
I can't. See, I like those kind of maps.
Of course you do.
Because nowhere to run or hide, I can just blow you up. That's what I liked.
Oh man,
it's almost like a running gag. Just you hit replay again.
Hey man, parking garage. Good old parking garage.
Every game has that, and I think there's a really bad one in Verdict Day where it's literally just just a super small garage where you can barely hop up at all. So you have no space to do anything.
Welcome to the box.
Yeah.
I think a well-armored AC reverse joint here. First reverse joint we've seen. He expected to make progress with his practical choice.
This, okay, true story. I was inches away from being a reverse joint player. Set of quads. I have huge respect for RJs. Of course, the jump is amazing on them. Just the look, especially the heavy armored reverse joints, I always thought looked awesome.
Hey guys, I think the floor is missing.
It is.
It's just I see the pools of water, but everything else is black.
I guess that's the rendering on the Direct 3D. Something goofed up somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty good. That's the only one we've seen so far, versus when we were in the garage.
For sure.
Last time.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. Man, this guy is on me.
Yeah, he's not like white on rice. Now, something you're seeing here, you'll notice it's not doing like a whole bunch of armor damage to Cleric at all, but he's got a lot of twitch when he gets hit by rounds. And one thing is the stun on weapons in the early AC games. Like, you really felt what you got hit by, especially handguns. Those were horrible, and there were so many things that could just cause tons of just massive amounts of stun on you. Missiles, like, you name it. Most of the solid weapons.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the stun lock that comes with the wonderful 3,000 round finger.
Oh,
It's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. So, quick question there, just because, like I said, I didn't play the older games as religiously. What sort of change when it comes to stun in terms of if you played like an older game or like 3rd gen or like 5th gen?
Wasn't stun like almost like especially from handguns like almost removed like AC2 era?
I mean, it was still
not as
there.
bad. I mean, not as bad is what I mean, more or less.
It was still there. I think that the evolution, I think, is this. You know, you went from your legs stability, especially 2 and onward, having a lot to do with things. And that moved into your head playing a role in stability as well. To going all the way into the 4th gen and everything else, we saw. Like, by the end of 3rd gen, or like by the end of like PS2, really it was a synergy you had between your leg and your head that mattered a lot. But AC2, especially before, not quite yet. That was more your stability stat was something you really had to pay attention to on your leg. But it felt to me though that, because even though I played Project Phantasma, MOA, and Classic a lot, for AC2, especially AC2 and beyond, that's where I probably had the most experience with it as far as really messing with the stun statistics and stuff like that. So.
Alright, we're going to start going to missions here.
Cool.
Go to the first one. Requester is unknown.
Great.
Just like the previous games, you didn't know the person was then either. Before actual employment, I'd like to gauge your true power. So once again, a test. We'll have 3 minutes.
Cheng, I hope that kind of answered your question. If you had.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Because like when you talk sort of about stun, especially since I started with the 5th gen, it's something where it's like it's pretty black and white. But
yeah,
and I honestly didn't use a lot of the handguns in the earlier games, so I was like, not really sure.
I mean, I felt it took more trial and error. I mean, everything wasn't hidden. I mean, you had stuff like velocity, impact. Figuring out stun was more of a hidden thing, though, that I think the community chipped in on a lot. Those were some of the discussions I remember most on the old forums like A3C and elsewhere. When we meet in person, we talk about different combinations of like head and leg that work well together. Because just by viewing 2 stats on paper, that didn't tell you squat. There was way more of a ground game to actually sit and learn, and I think those were some of the coolest things about the early PS2 community.
Oh, definitely. Clerics, they're just murdering everything with his blade.
It's funny because the moonlight is almost this like undetectable thing. In old school AC, it's just sort of there, and then you're dead. Like, in later ACs, you could actually see it. It was always this weird, like, green and red, or whatever color scheme it had, or the big yellow thing like it was in AC3. Like, you could look at an AC and tell that they had it, but...
Oh, man, the AC3, what was like that? Like that, like, crazy sound.
Nope.
Although, there's nothing more terrifying sounding than the AC2 Kurosawa.
Oh, God.
The AC2 Kurosawa just sounded like I'm gonna die.
Nothing nightmares.
Yeah.
It was that, and then the explosion from it.
Yeah, exactly. It works far been satisfactory. I'm glad you thought that. By the way, that's all this mail says, by the way. Like, there's no second page, there's no... This is all it says.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's helpful, isn't it? Mission. Infiltrate the Ember base. Destroy the Ember Crown.
Classic.
To destroy the 4 energy generators. Those things right there. You didn't know what they look like. I was going to say earlier, we were talking, I want to interrupt you. This actually introduced the little, like, the entrance screen explaining what you're doing.
Good.
Yeah, because that was not in the first game.
Yeah, and I think that goes all the way up until
We have arrived at the
Last
mission location.
Raven,
We
and
will
then
drop
they
off
just
the
sorta
ACs and then leave the area.
did like a history or like company history sort of screen for a while.
Engaged.
Exactly.
So funny enough, I think I don't know if it's just the portable games, so like the PSP ones, but there were occasions where it would load so fast that you actually wouldn't be able to ever see those screens. So it's like, okay, you've given me all this information, but I've got 0.1 seconds to look at it.
Yeah, I think that was more with the PSP, because I felt you always had just enough time to at least read something on PS2. And by the way, I'm still sore to this day on the parts that came out on PSP only.
Yeah, it's like probably Nexus sort of makes sense because they had to put that on 3 discs, but still,
Right.
It's a bummer we didn't get that, and the PS1 because the PS1 games are available if you go to the Japan PSN store, but it's not available in the US.
Right. Yeah, with Nexus. Wait, I'm trying to think now. That's right. It was the Evolution and Revolution disc, right? It was the blue one and the red one. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Turn so slow.
Just pick your poison cleric.
Turn so. Look at this. I'm holding the stick all the way down.
There's something poetic that you have walking death in the form of an AC, but your ultimate enemy is turning. An elevator switch.
I mean, that's also like one of the hidden enemies in the game. Is like you turn so slow. There's like it's not till AC4 that you can insta turn. Up until that point, you better hope you've got really good turning speed.
I think the only thing that really helped you part-wise turning were the actual optional part.
The turn
that
boosters.
Yeah, your handling, of course, and as you're saying, Claire, the turn booster. Turn boosters work wonders if you wanted those point turns. We'll talk about this later. I'm not going to go into it now. But in fact, there were entire AC builds, tank builds that were based off of those turn boosters. To pretty lethal efficiency, to be honest. There were some really cool builds that were made off of that, especially the West Coast players used to chip in on. So,
You mean the heavy tank jousters?
Oh yeah, the joust, dude, OB joust tanks, man.
Yeah, there was actually, I think it was an AC2. I don't know if it was like a TAS or like the person was just really good at it, but they were like using a blader that was, I think, using those like turn boosters. It was like horrifying. It almost looked like, he was playing AC4 at some point.
If you got efficient at those, you could basically make it look like AC4. I mean, the first time I ever saw him used like that was with Tank. The builds were called Go Shut and Go Cask, named after the arms, and they would joust with GNLs and chain guns usually. But just so cool, and this was part of the fun of AC. Like I was saying earlier, you don't get everything on paper with these games. You'll have a few stats, but that never tells you the whole story. And the same thing about turn boosters and turning. You'll notice, oh man, my turn speed's really slow. But how are ways you can adjust that? Boost hopping, boost feathering. Yep. If it turns out getting around, it was just way more efficient for you to just like feather turn and like do boost hops and stuff. And an instruction manual isn't going to tell you that. Like these are things you learn either just by playing, either just gaming with others, and kind of what the name of the game was. But yeah, I was never big. That's a long ride down, man. Yeah, I was never big on the turn boosters. I usually just use the boost hop. I mean, I got lit on fire with AC. Really got into it fully as of AC2. So like by that point, overboost was the thing. The rest is history.
Exceed orbit all day, every day.
Trading guns for all that speed. You're not living the life, man. I'm telling you.
More guns is always better.
Speaking of claustrophobic spaces, here we go.
Man, that handgun stuff. Ugh.
Feel it.
Hold up.
Cannot unlock gate.
There you go. Oh.
Targets. Slow turn.
Slowly, I turn.
Slow turn.
It's like that episode of Three Stooges, Niagara Falls. Dating myself talking about that, but
And mission over.
and there you go. Sweet.
Remember the first time you see that force field? It's like, oh no, what do I do? You shoot the force field once and it goes away. It's like, oh, that's a great force field right there. Really protecting your assets, you know. One shot and your force field's gone. Alright, that's 2 of 17 missions, right?
Yep.
It's pretty short.
We were talking about that before we started. You know, Project Phantasma is a really short AC. This, to me, like, I always lovingly nickname this the expansion pack.
Mm-hmm.
To one, it's just what it feels like. I mean, it expanded upon all the cool stuff that started in AC1 just enough, I think, to warrant another AC, but it's nowhere near as large a game.
Destroy the convoy, but we gotta save the transport. Man, I gotta make a confession. I'm pretty sure I failed this one multiple times when I first played this game.
Oh man.
Because I think I didn't understand the concept between the two. So I just kept blowing it up. I also had a pretty bad habit when I was a younger kid, just kind of like ignoring what the mission said and just blowing things up.
Destroy everything.
Yeah, basically.
Kill them
Yes.
all. Kill them all, cleric.
Yep.
But wait, defend the instructions unclear.
The instructions unclear.
System engaged.
Target confirmed.
I'm pretty sure this mission got, I think it was this one that got remade in Nexus.
Hello.
So, this mission in particular, and you guys may have to correct me, I think, is the first time that you actually see Stinger.
Yes. I think that's why, because, no, good pick, man. I remember on this mission in the remake, they had a whole blog about Stinger at the end of the mission. Good one, too.
Right, the Yogas here. You know, those, I would say I really like the design of, like, the first generation MTs, because you have some which are, you know,
Yeah.
your reverse joints, and then you have them powered up all the way to you know, basically almost ACs.
Right.
And I think, like, Armored Core 1, I think, has, like, all of the varieties of
Alright,
them.
I was
This one's a
did
bit
they go
cut
up?
down.
Did they go left or go straight?
I think it's...
I want to say straight.
I'm gonna go Streets of Rage because it says go straight. So.
Nope, not straight. It's definitely left.
Wow.
I have also another confession to make. I have not played Project Phantasma since I was a child.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a
Wow.
while since I played Project Phantasma. Well, when Master Arena came out, that kind of just became the thing. So,
Right.
It's a pretty short window between them.
I mean, with good cause. I mean, MOA was, I was, it wasn't just the last one, it was the pinnacle AC for AC1. I mean, I think that's where the whole series really got its foundations.
Hey, I found him.
There. There we go.
Who's shooting at me?
More rockets.
Alright, so don't shoot the middle one. Alright,
Bing.
Target
Bing.
achieved.
got it.
There we go.
Boom.
All the traps we have set
There you go.
Useless.
Useless.
This is a warning. Leave the premises immediately. You cannot hope to defeat Stinger.
I love how he refers himself in the third person.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't like annoyances.
And just all that corny dialogue.
Mm-hmm. I said, I honestly do. I applaud from trying to do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, at least they tried. You know,
Well, after like Project Phantasma, what would you say is like the best sort of like or most interesting like story-driven sort of AC game?
oh, it was a fake.
Man,
Oh, it was a fake.
what about
Ew.
man, story. I mean, honestly, the game Right Over the Hill, MOA was pretty cool, man. I mean, it takes the first person thing. I mean, the whole like, and being after
You.
9-ball and stuff, and the idea of the story of revenge was already interesting off the bat. I can't say that just made it the whole narrative like amazing, but that was a kind of interesting way of putting you in it. For me personally, AC2. I love the
Oh
idea.
no, man!
of-
Last Raven.
Well, we're going in order. Not saying best.
Yeah.
In order. Just in order. No, dude, bar none. No, you don't even have to convince me of that. Bar none, LR to this day is my favorite AC game of all time on all fronts. Period. Gameplay, story, the whole thing. It's just, if I were to sequentially take the next story-based AC game I really enjoyed too, just this idea of like time has passed, the terraforming of Mars, this idea of ACs being, offered. I love that whole thing. That it gave AC an even more futuristic cut than it already was.
Clyde.
Like it's
Why?
why?
You were all just pawns?
A rebel. Good times.
I think and then another one of the corny lines. I think when you kill one of the ACs, I think I see your and then just dies.
I almost forgot that was Klein dude Boyle.
No.
Yep.
The classic. Ah!
Boyle's that Cheng, that one made no sense to me. I remember scratching my head the first time. Then I'm like, what?
I assume it was meant to be more dramatic, and then
Yeah.
the voice actor just went in whatever direction they wanted to. And, in these games, sometimes it works, but a lot of times it doesn't.
Cannot
And then
unlock
another
gate.
Armored Core classic, just tunnels, really tiny tunnels.
Always.
Yep.
Always. For eternity.
Yep. And having to
Hey.
be perfectly straight on them in order to open them, and you can't be like at an angle.
Yep.
Cannot unlock gate.
Oh gosh, where am I going now?
Does your head have a map on this one?
There you go. It's not a memory map, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe this way.
That's always a thing too.
There we go.
If you were going into like subterranean spots, they're gonna have a lot of twists and turns. I know in a lot of AC games, you always want to consider: do I want a head that not only has like a radar, but
guess
do I
my
have the whole
warning
memory
did not
function? Oh,
deter
here we go.
you. You are becoming a nuisance.
Am I? Am I a nuisance? My money's up the carousel. Sorry, Stinger. I'm just gonna stand here. Oh, he's dead. Oh, no, that's fortunate.
I will go now. Remember that we are not yet finished.
I always love that. I will go now.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you,
Oh,
go
man.
away.
Nah, you already ruined the guy's poor paint job.
Look how
Fine.
massive his laser blade shield is.
I was about to
It's
comment on
it is it's ridiculous. That's one of the things I always
thing-
noticed as a kid too. How ridiculous that was.
That was always so cool about, I think, the quote-unquote like villain ACs and like special units you ran into. They always had this crazy custom stuff that you could never get.
Yep. And then when you did get it, like in
Yeah.
Stinger's case, it's like, I mean, it still looks cool, but
Right.
Did I just jump on top of it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Cannot unlock gate.
Oh, not that one.
It's interesting, Cheng. I think from run with that design choice as the series goes on, that idea of the super weapons, the super bosses, to the point where when you hit verdict day, like Black Glint, you know, the type of rifles
God.
that thing's running around with is
Yeah.
just insane. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? How do people refer to this? Is it people still do a Black Glint, or do they say like White Glint 9 or WGX or whatever? I always say Black Glint.
Emergency
Black
power
Glint.
on.
Yeah.
Some sections are unlocked during system-wide emergencies.
Now I get to
All
go
right.
through. Now I got through all the locked doors.
The test subject
And
has
the classic
hijacked a
escape.
battle rig in the 3rd sector. All units pursue. Repeat. Test subject has hijacked a battle rig.
This is the
All
mission that
units
we meet
surround the 3rd
Sumika,
sector.
right?
Yes.
Cannot
In
unlock
memory.
gate.
Just barely.
Cannot unlock gate.
Why
Yeah,
so
I guess
formal?
with 17 missions, they just sort of jam-packed everything.
Cannot unlock gate.
Okay, now we play the game of which door.
I mean, look at the bright side. He can fit this time.
It's true. They're bigger.
I'm just happy that your bulky design here, you remembered leg day.
Whoa. Like,
Leg
Whoa,
day,
are you-
chest day.
Yeah, everything.
I can't go through that door?
I think there's another room just like this one, so that's probably why. They look the same.
Mm.
Game Pro, where are you?
Game Pro tips and tricks, something.
Cannot unlock gate.
Oh, wait, oh. This
Oh, wait.
Cannot unlock
What?
gate.
Nope.
Nope.
I've gone through all the doors now.
Cannot unlock gate.
There's nothing left.
Cannot unlock gate.
This is where I came from earlier. Over here. Let me go back here. Maybe it's the door. I didn't realize
Yeah.
it. That's certainly
not
a
as bad as-
possibility.
It's not as bad as that space mission. One.
Open
Super
door.
long corridors.
Yep, there's one on the side. Dang it. That's my bad.
Sure enough.
Turn around, we'll have a chance.
Man, you got so many fun toys here. Carousel, G&L, and Chain Gun. That's just a field day, man. Slap.
Is it still alive?
No,
I
it's
saw the
dead.
lockbox there for a second.
Yeah, I think it was locking on something below potentially. I don't know. Hey,
There we go.
There
There we go.
Go
Turn
away.
it in half.
we go.
there's things outside there.
Okay.
Hey, got
The wave,
lit.
yeah.
Blade wave.
All right, I think we need to highlight that real quick. So, in later AC games, they actually separate the wave blades, in particular, from the regular
standard blades. Yep.
But there's always a really cool trick that you could do, especially with what Cleric has here. If you see if I remember it right, if you go into hitting O, but then as you do that, you hit the boost. You can throw a wave that is crazy powerful. It actually hits really, really hard. That's cool.
I think I just set away my ride on accident.
Whoops. You got that plus energy. You can just fly up there, right?
Maybe. I am heavy after all.
There we go.
Cannot unlock gate.
Please respond. We need immediate assistance.
I would say you do, based on what's going on right
Yeah.
there.
Tough trucks.
Cover the most ACs.
Yeah.
No time for introductions now. We must escape.
Good
We
idea.
have confirmed that the power system is back online. All systems have been reset.
We cannot delay. Let's go now.
Friendly unit.
That's a rare thing in an AC.
Mm-hmm. Let's get the consorts, the sorties.
Yeah. Use a universal rule most AC games. Nobody really wants to be your friend, really. And if they act like it, they're gonna try to kill you later.
Probably.
And everyone else who tries to be your friend dies pretty
Yep.
quickly. So there's that trifecta there.
We have confirmed that the invader and test subject are in the elevator. We will be closing the catwalk's main hatch. All workers have 1 minute to evacuate.
And sorry if you work here and all, but you have 1 minute to get out.
Come on, we must hurry. There it is. Get in immediately.
Flying out.
Thank you for your
Yo.
assistance. I am Sumika. I am the one who requested the rescue mission.
How'd she request her own rescue mission if she was a prisoner?
I am a raven in Amber
Velociraptor would
I
help.
was captured during my mission. I've heard they are developing an advanced weapon system, but not what type. We do know they're called the Doomsday Organization, but have very
Doomsday
little on their
Organization.
Project Phantasma. They are researching how to combine computer technology with the human brain. Of course, they have no idea what the end result will be. I was almost their first test subject. We cannot leave things as they are. I will stop them, even though it's not really my job. I want you to assist me. I need a strong partner, so you're it. This will be your next mission.
Okay.
The best of friends.
I like you just said this is going to be your next mission. It is. Like, not going to ask, not will you help me, just, this is what you're going to do. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something here.
No,
Oh,
I
good, there it
think
goes.
It's just that long, just silence.
Awkward.
That awkward long, just,
They
like, what's
they
going on?
haven't quite perfected the timing yet, so.
No new mail? Oh, hey! Options.
Choices.
Missions.
Underground maze sounds terrible.
Yep.
Disrupt to blow some stuff up. Got it. Okay. I like blow stuff up better. I like that mission code name, the Rusty Neil.
We will begin the infiltration. Please destroy all
Where'd you
opposition.
drop me from?
System
That was like
engaged.
forever up there.
And this mission is, I think, the first time we see the beautiful little elephant MPs.
Oh, yeah, with the vert missiles.
Bizarre design.
Now, No, I was just gonna say AC doesn't get into this too much. I mean, you always see the abbreviated names and all that, what they stand for. So, if I remember right, MT stands for Muscle Tracer. And like there's something like the baseline really tech for ACs, and ACs are like the super enhanced versions of those. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say if I remember the lore correctly, muscle tracers were sort of like the first units. They started militarizing those, and then from that they developed like the armored cores.
There you go. There you go. So, I mean, so lesser ACs basically, if you think about it, and like you said, he'll just make it.
Was Samika supposed to be in this mission?
I don't know. This is crazy.
It's like usually the other thing too is when she pops up, it says like ally right above her.
Right.
Thing.
Maybe not.
She's over there blowing stuff up.
Okay. Yeah. Help is hard to find.
She's shooting at.
One above you, I think.
Oh, nope, over there.
Sweet.
All opposition has
Hey,
been
thanks to her
defeated.
firing, I knew where to go.
Now return.
Target achieved.
Target achieved.
Feed. There you go.
Nice.
System switch to normal mode.
Something you really would want to hear at the end of some missions. You're just so glad to be done.
Yeah, there are some missions they're just like, we want you to disrupt Project Phantasma's shipping lines.
Yeah, disrupt this game, all right?
Disrupt it. I like, is this disrupt vehicles? You mean blow them up? Well, yeah.
Yeah, we were just trying to gentrify it.
Yep.
You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I mean,
What's a 180 angle gate?
beats me. Sounds like a really fancy protractor.
Transport vehicles.
Always a big fan of any of the night missions in AC.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you on
That's
that one.
cool.
Well, hello.
Whoa, hang 10.
I think the best one I've seen so far is where they managed to combine a night mission and a stealth mission.
Yeah, that was good. Didn't AC2 do that?
Yeah.
Yep. That was cool.
I think they did that exactly once, and then they never did it again.
I know. It's like there's some really good ideas that they had throughout the. They just didn't revisit some of them. It's beyond me.
I mean, I definitely think that would have been a fun thing, Metal Gear with more giant robots.
And maybe they just didn't want you trying to solid snake in a giant mecha too much.
Armored Core.
I know we're kind of jumping all around random series
Clear.
discussion here.
You can turn faster. Come on. Do it.
Who's top that turn?
I got stunned by the shot. Got him.
See, that's the crazy thing. In later stuff in second and third gen with the leg that heavy, especially like with the probably a head as heavy, where it's hard to imagine you getting rocked
Close
too
to point
much from.
B. I didn't see him. How are they close to point B?
They will pass point C soon.
I always hated these. Nothing on your radar, right?
We have failed.
I think we've got
Battle
like,
lost.
as the head, we've got just like a super short range one.
Yeah, dang it.
Yep. Oh no, I lost money.
I'm just gonna overboost for that mission. I'm leaving it at that.
All right, haven't gone. Let's mess with the garage a little bit here. Let's get it. Let's get ahead. All right.
The head so we can Get ahead.
Getting ahead. Area memory.
There you go.
Detailed computer. No radar function, though. There we go. Alright, we'll go with this one, I guess. Or not, we'll see. Yeah, no, we're going that one, I think. 9066. Oh, yeah, radar head right there.
The good old radar head.
It's even called radar.
Yes.
There's this one, too. This one's always pretty good. Actually, no, I think there's actually... We actually got a new booster, actually.
I should check into that. The reason we all kind of chirped up at that head. So they'll have different names, and you see it as like different incarnations of it. But usually in most every AC game, there's a head part that has crazy good radar function, but like really bad defense stats.
It looks literally like a piece of radar or something.
Yeah.
Or like an antenna.
Actually, you know what? I think it might have been an FCS, actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking how it looked. That might have been an FCS.
And your FCS is already putting in good work, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I was just looking to see the new one we got, but that's fine. I'll have to look at it later. We unlocked a mission on the the second arena fight, so I should have paid attention which one it was. Hey, look, disrupt shipping lanes.
There you go. Hey, it sure beats a maze.
True. I guess I'll do with a little less AP and a little less arm and defenses. Fine.
Main system engaging.
The head looks so
combat
tiny.
mode.
We've confirmed the presence of the transport vehicles.
Nothing there. Okay.
There's something behind you.
Yeah, they'll follow me eventually.
Yeah. There we go. That's probably what it was for. It's one of those trucks getting through.
Oh, that stun. Whoa.
Woo.
That stun was
Gotta
crazy just now.
I gotta hand it to earlier AC, like rockets and stuff like that, pack to kick. Like, in a way, I kind of wish manual rockets would do that later on.
Close to point B. What? That was faster than last time.
They will pass point C soon.
Where's point C? Oh
We
my
lost
goodness.
them. We have failed.
Man.
Battle lost.
Ay ay ay.
System switched to normal mode.
This is pretty vicious and probably just has you trying to just get all over the map pretty quick.
Yeah, I might make some adjustments.
You know
I
what
don't
you need to
wanna.
do,
See what?
You know what you need to do.
I know. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Fine, I'll go this route. Another generator maybe I could use.
Hey, look at the bright side. See, nobody can nag you for being a TP backpedaler.
That is true. They can't do that. Actually, let's go with that one. This is better. Alright, alright, alright. It hurts my soul. Jump function provided. 269. So light. So light.
Up. Up. He's taking away the gains from leg day.
I know.
Now for this one, Cook, you've got human plus across the board, so you should be able to do overweight, right?
No, overweight is mission completion.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't think it carries over into second game. Or maybe it does. I had in my head that it doesn't, but that doesn't mean that's the case. So. You know what? Just for you, Z, I'm going to go quad.
You're gonna do. You're gonna do it.
Just for you, I'm gonna go quad.
You're too kind.
Speed's 43.
I'm just saying. See, if you want the firepower and you want it delivered like, you know, UPS or like, you know, Amazon FedEx ship, go quad. You know what to do. You know you want to be a little closer to the road to get that low
that's
center
right.
of gravity.
That's right. I forgot the carousel didn't work with certain legs. I forgot about that.
That's right. That's right. It's alright. It's worth sacrificing for the most beautiful leg.
Oh gosh. Yeah, you're totally unbiased over there.
I'm totally objective.
Totally. Go with that one. Man, I'm still overweight. Probably because of this stuff.
You gotta get some major guns, man.
Alright, there you go.
Here we go.
I'm just saying, dude, you've enhanced the quality of this playthrough by like, you know, I'm just saying, this is amazing.
Yep, it's so much better now, right? Yep, it's the best playthrough ever now.
Yeah.
Yep. See how much faster I am. Let's find out here in a second.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Oh, look at that jump.
We've confirmed the presence of the transport.
Now you got the
vehicles.
ups. See, you got the Jordans on.
Love that glide animation.
It's in the glide, man. I used to use this very set of legs. This one a lot.
I wonder if these ones in particular are what expired, like the float legs. It looks so like futuristic and cool and hovery.
Yeah, they did. You know, the hover quad is what we called like the early generation. I remember how bad it threw me off when I first played AC3 and I moved forward and like I walked. I'm like, wait, what? Like, quads aren't supposed to do that. No, the early hover quads just had it was its own like style of movement, man. It's really fun playing these. You know, I encourage anybody who's actually getting into Armored Core, you're checking out the classic games, go try different leg types. One of the most fun things you can do is just see like what fits you as a player. You might be surprised. You know, later on this gets expounded on. You have literal legs that are literally hover legs. They're like anti-grav. They hover just above the ground and they're really quick. They might be too quick for you because they're very slidey, their controls.
They are now close to the
See, and I actually wish there were some big labels, like maybe your radar or something, A, B, C, but
They will pass Point C soon.
What is this game?
it's
I'm gonna fail again. Here comes the fail.
We lost them. We
Yep.
failed.
Okay,
I
I'm
think-
so confused now.
I think if
Battle
that last
lost.
unit, if you destroyed
System
it, I wonder if
switched
that
to
would have.
normal mode.
That was the one that was going out of bounds. So I was wondering if that was point C.
Well, this playthrough is gonna be fun to watch. Fail, fail, fail.
just like,
Gotta go faster, cleric.
yeah,
You know,
Sanic.
let's. Oh, 1 second here. All right, so there's 3 exit points they can go out of.
Right?
You have to kill them all before they cross the bridge. Okay, assuming the bridge is in a somewhat single area.
If you can get yourself pseudo-centered
Main system
to a point where
engaging
you can
combat
kind of
mode.
respond to each branch, that's what
We've
that's what you're gonna
confirmed
need.
the
Because if you get
presence of the
if
transport
you get too
vehicles.
far down any other path, you're gonna be always
So
playing.
there's a bridge.
Playing the fiddle, second fiddle.
And then other bridge should be down here, right? So for the most part, I should just be able to go through these areas.
There we go.
Here's the bridge.
Yeah, narrow it down, nice and centered.
All vehicles destroyed. Well
Hey, there we go.
Ugh.
Approach,
Destruction
approach,
of all targets
approach, and
confirmed.
I bet,
Target of operation
I bet you
cleared.
could do that in your heavy too.
System switched to
Yeah, I
normal
probably can.
mode.
I probably can. And I will be switching back because, ugh, quads.
What do you mean, ugh? What do you mean, ugh? I mean, if you're gonna, oh man, that was awesome. I mean, I understand that, but give me that.
I just don't like the movement. The
I
mov-
feel you,
The movement, the movement's an acquired taste, and one you have to get used to pretty quickly.
Hey, all I gotta say, man, that four-legged chariot, just hey, dude, they carry. Look what I did for you in that mission. Just look, see? You don't even main quads. You put on a quad and you win. That's all there was to it.
Cleric, what would you rate that out of 10?
That mission?
Oh, the leg.
7. I mean, they're a little bit heavier quads, so I kind of like them a little more.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, the arms are heavy enough. Need some heavier arms. There we go. Oh wait, there we go.
There you go.
That feels better. Ah,
I know you need your carousel back. Yeah.
better believe it. All right. Was that mail? We enjoy the transports. Yep. Let's go. Missions still. Capture the VIP.
There you go.
Another interesting one here, since this is officially the first time where I think we see a person in game.
Yes, I think you are correct, actually.
This is like, and you know what? This is also, I think that technically, like the first half of this is a stealth mission.
From here, we will divide into 2 groups and attack the laboratory from both sides. Please don't forget about the anti-aircraft radar in the area.
Now,
In other words,
Claire, for
avoid
this
using your
mission,
boosters.
can you fail it if you go to
I will
our
contact you
boosters?
soon. Commence action.
Yes, if you use your boosters, you can fail.
Main system.
that's what I remember
engaging
anyways.
combat mode.
So I'm just gonna walk forward a little bit. With my heavy body. I walk right through that tree, guys.
No. Chang.
What?
It's killing you, isn't it?
What?
Yeah, just walk. It's so slow, Claire.
You know what? You know what? Tell you what, I basically never ever lose missions because I get blown up. Do.
See, we talk about acquired taste. The heavy life. The heavy life's one too, man. It's take it easy. It's like going down south.
Stand by until the
think you mean the
helicopter
scenic
arrives.
Ching is like, please give me a second or third stage QB chain out of here.
Am I supposed to pull these things? No, I'm
I'll
supposed to
send over some images.
wait. Look at that beautifully rendered helicopter. Hey, look at the person.
Plan is the
Look
at
target.
that.
After you see him enter the structure, do it. Destroy all enemies around the warehouse.
All right, now show.
The laboratory is under control. We will now capture the target.
Will we?
Surrender. Otherwise, we'll destroy the entire building.
Target
I forgot that he puts his hands
Puts
up.
his hands up.
to normal mode.
So good.
And you never get to see that again until Nexus. Is it Last Raven that you see the tiny people again?
You definitely see him in Last Raven. Maybe you see people elsewhere, but LR. Anything else?
They interrogated him. Large conglomerate institution funds the Doomsday organization. Another company's working with them. I like how there's no names. Like, we just know general, broad information. Dun, dun, dun.
Plot twist.
Protect the VIP again, huh?
I hate defense missions.
Yep.
Passion.
Me too.
Always have.
All right, we gotta guard the guy we just basically took at gunpoint.
I sense a little Stockholm here.
It should be safe to stay here a while.
Uh-huh. As we get shot at.
They found us already? That was too quick.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Oh yeah, the spider bots, I like to call them.
They're just one of the weirder designed MPs.
Yep. Yep,
weird.
he's right here.
Those ones are just basically AC.
But they don't take as much damage as an AC though.
Go.
Somehow we made it.
I
Uh-oh.
don't appreciate nuisances. Why don't you just give it to me?
I cannot do that.
How brave.
Pretty sure Sumika's technically invincible here. Would she be able to, like, kill Stinger?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh.
Well, she's got just the handgun, so.
I see I wasn't careful enough. Oh well, I'll hunt you down for fun later.
Bye, Stinger.
Target of operation
See you
clear.
again in a couple missions.
System switched to normal mode.
I am the supreme pilot.
Sure.
More mail. Stinger 1. Be ready. Destroy receiving base. Destroy the detachment. Let's destroy the detachment. Detachment, it'll be destroyed. I'm destroying the detachment, guys. Man,
Hey,
it's,
boo-boo.
I've forgotten so much of this game.
Dude, same. I mean, there's
They have
there's
gathered,
honestly
as
probably
we
only
heard.
like 5 or 6 missions I actually remembered really
They
well
have
from
not
this.
taken notice
Like,
of us yet. We will begin the infiltration.
Too much of it just, like, blends together.
yeah.
Main system engaging combat mode.
Was that protect mission from this game or that game?
Exactly. I mean, protect the, destroy the, infiltrate the.
Oh wow, that AC just disappeared.
Yeah,
We
it's,
have discovered enemy reinforcements. This
He
might
literally
be
just
the
disappeared.
Let's destroy them.
Oh really? Just that little angle there. Just enough to be annoying.
More reinforcements? Please be careful.
be any fun otherwise, right? There we go.
Someone? Oh.
Oh, there you go.
Missing a couple, actually. One back this way, too. He's stuck on the wall there? That was weird.
We've received confirmation
Man.
that all opposition has been defeated.
I also
Our
laugh
mission
at
is
some of the
complete.
early weapons.
Let's go home.
Like, yeah, I mean
Target
PS1 graphics,
operation
sure, but
cleared.
some of them, like
System
fire-wise,
switched to normal mode.
the type of you saw, like the ammo, that always weirded me out. Like the chain gun looks like a really old version of the Needler from Halo, just red.
Yep.
Like the grenade launcher is this thermonuclear thing. I'm sorry, that's not a grenade.
It's a grenade.
It's
We now conduct the assault operation. Okay. So we've gone through quite a bit of this now. Actually, no, I didn't check something.
you know, flick over. No, not yet. I was gonna ask if you're about to flick over to arena, but
Very good. All right. And then I have my optional parts equipped for now. I'm just making sure.
there you go.
Yep, I'm thinking we gotta start going through arena. We gotta make our way through it real quick here. Shouldn't take too long. Killer Rabbit. Man, look at that logo. I'm not gonna lie, that logo is pretty cool. It's creepy, but well done regardless.
It is.
Haven't been to this level yet. We need to unlock that 3,000 round finger and start using it.
That'll get you off the case saw.
Yep. Get you out the case saw, get you through stuff faster. Everything just dies. Quick missions.
GG.
I know. I know. Z, I know you started with AC1 like I did.
Yeah.
Chang, what did you start with?
So funny enough, it was actually the AC4 demo.
Oh.
Wow.
Because what happened is I had bought my PS3, and I think the only game I bought was Metal Gear Solid. Or actually, I think that was before I even bought Metal Gear Solid 4. So that was just, I could only play demos. And somehow I just stumbled upon it, and you know, the rest from there is history.
Nice.
Just sort of weird though. I started with 4th gen, but like, it's my least favorite generation of AC.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like 4-Answer, to be honest with you, though. 4-Answer is still one of the... I think, actually, to be technical, as far as modern, more recent, console generations, 4-Answer is still the most popular, I think.
I think so.
The most played,
Just-
anyways.
Yeah. Just, you know, that speed, baby.
Now, people always want to point to the freedom that they felt they had in movement. Crazy movement. 4A.
Is he out of ammo? He's out of ammo.
Maybe. Huh.
He was tearing me up with the machine gun arms. Look, he's out of ammo. He can't shoot me anymore. Poor guy.
Limitation.
It's so sad for you. See? Heavy wins. Couldn't even kill me. He ran out of ammo before he could.
Oh, man. All the bulk.
Oh, man. Seeing these old games though, going through them again though, has been interesting. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
because it has been so long, and seeing some of them, like, I mean, the arena feels so good. I mean, I can't. It's hard to believe the arena wasn't in the first AC, because it seems like such a staple to the series that it feels weird that it's not in the first one.
True.
I mean, let's face it, for most of us, we tooled around with our ACs and went to arenas to test them out. That was like over half of our gameplay,
That was
probably.
big. Yeah. You know, you get the arena, or you get, like an AC3 stage, you get like the ace or something like that, and then you messed around with trying to perfect a design against that, so you got to play with others.
Poor tank just blew up.
Bluey.
Now, I know this kind of rang true before with heavies. I know, like, in the game series in general, heavies tended to have a higher natural shell defense, and the lighter
Right.
you went, the more natural energy defense you had.
Yeah, I think it depended on what part maker you had. I mean, it was easier in the later ACs, AC2 generation, Zeo Matrix, Emerald, and everyone. Like, usually the Zeo gear would have higher energy, where energy defense, whereas the Emerald stuff would have higher shell. Same thing later on with Crest and also Mirage. Now, I don't know as much
I
for
was
some of the
thinking
other stuff
Crest.
earlier on, but what the toothbrush joke? Or
Yes, the toothbrush joke. Go ahead.
that was my favorite. All right, this one goes back. This is just somebody's signature they had back in the old ACO forums. Like, I want to say like 2.0 or whatever. It was just a simple sig, but it just cracked me and Cleric up. This one guy was just like, so in the past I used Crest to brush my teeth. Now I use it to blow out my opponent's teeth. He had like an emblem, like a GNL or something. It was great. It was great. But no, yeah, I think defenses were both naturally high all around, because I think the early ACs really played to that whole aesthetic of, like, you play a heavyweight AC, you're going to have the defenses and AP to sit there and really withstand shots. You didn't have to think a whole lot about, am I equipping this from this company? Am I using this from this group? Like, later on, managing your defenses became much more of a sub-micro game to do, because, like, you could do a heavy that was oriented towards energy, or a heavy that was oriented towards shell. Look, this gets so exaggerated in later AC games. I can't highlight this enough. There were some heavier designs out there that could soak up so much shell fire, especially if you put on the extension shields for even more, like, shell defense, that you could make a grenade round look like a joke. It didn't matter. Someone could empty 2 whole grenade launchers on you and you'd laugh at it. Like,
Hey, I take offense to this statement. Do you see this statement?
with an extremely unbalanced AC, heavy armor, and a sniper rifle, he stays near the bottom. Ooh, them's fighting words.
I take issue with that statement. In fact, I think that actually flies in the face, because my 9-breaker setup was a heavy biped with dual worm.
Oh, man.
That was my 9-breaker setup.
How dare you, Claire?
I'll be honest with you, Shang. I can't wait till you see my Nexus AC of glory.
Oh man, I think you've told me about that before.
Oh, E, I wish you had sound, man. It's the insurance money again.
Oh, my track.
Yeah, to wait till you see my monstrosity. It is my Armored Core Nexus build.
That thing, there are no words, man.
I mean, on paper, everyone laughed at me and made fun of me and said this is stupid. You don't have enough energy. It runs too hot. Like, it's too slow. Like, okay, sure. Don't knock it till you try it.
I love that emblem. Oh, it's great.
It is pretty awesome.
Which on a rocket?
Yep, Witch on a Rocket. I mean, some of these emblems were genuinely
Yeah.
inventive. They really were. And the thing is, what made you feel bad too, unless you were like the supreme patient artist, Like usually our emblems are not nearly as like cool looking.
Oh yeah.
But man, some of the emblems people made though for these games have been astonishing.
Oh, they're crazy. Especially some people like on the JP side and stuff, man. Like,
He's doing a pretty good job of evading those shots. Little quad.
Are you out of ammo? Is he already out of ammo? Because he's not attacking, and he's clearly has me in line of sight.
quad mobility though, man.
Wow. Man, I feel like when I embraced my heavy waves back in AC1. Would have made these things a lot easier. Let's keep running out of ammo.
What were you playing? A midweight? when
I
you
was
first started,
no,
or-
I was total plow. Like I went with the broken system completely because they offer.
Oh,
If you're
man.
gonna offer it to me, I'm gonna use it. So. Icarus. Whoa.
Like how it just randomly brings up that he's a musician. Nothing
Yep.
to do with
Nothing.
anything on there.
By the way,
And he's got that freaky emblem.
Yep. By the way, what? Musician.
oh, no, I think Chen covered it.
Yep.
Absolutely nothing to do with it. Absolutely
I saw him. Who to the right? He's right there.
Zip, 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 zap.
He's a tank. Sure, I'll take this
Oh,
fight any
sure,
day.
sure.
I'll take this fight. Go ahead. Yeah, sure. What? Jeez.
Oh, why not?
I'll take this fight. You want to just go straight firefight? I'll take that fight any day. Any day. Wow.
Someone say shootout.
Arena. Rank 38. Oh, look. New special parts.
Hey.
Oh,
Artillery. One of you has lots of... Oh, yep. Hey, look. He has machine gun arms. He looks like one of the MTs.
It actually does.
Radar head, machine gun arms, and quad. He's straight up one of the MTs.
Familiar, right?
Snow level. Now, interesting note, because Heat's not a mechanic yet. When Heat became a mechanic, it actually was very popular to play on snow or water-covered levels, because it actually would affect your heat levels.
Right.
It's not a thing as of yet.
A good mention. It's interesting when Heat had its day. It was like introduced, really in your face, and then got pulled in just enough.
I'm just gonna blow up the buildings. Just not deal with that anymore. Man, those machine gun arms hurt.
They're no joke, man. They never have been.
They hurt. Oh. Man, I honestly forgot there's 50 of these in this arena, too.
There's a whole
I
bunch.
remember there being an arena, but I don't remember there being this many.
Oh yeah.
Slugger. Grand Slam. Oh yeah, he has the Gatling gun. That's right.
Yep.
He's the last guy was that one guy. Last guy was a musician. This guy was the home run king back in his hometown.
You needed to know that.
Last level to get the show off before I go to the arena and stay there from now on.
All right. There we go.
The stun.
Pez balls of death.
How do you end up to the left? I clearly blew him up outside of that ship. This is what I saw, right? Maybe he was just drifting that way when he blew up and stopped moving.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird. He just ended up in a place I wasn't expecting him to end up at. Oh, man. Dude, I missed
Busting
Armored
on
Core.
through it. Same.
I missed Armored Core. Dude, speaking of awesome emblems, like, legit. And think about that name, too. His pilot name is, he's nobody, but his AC name is Slash Goat. He has an uncanny fighting style. How do you, what's an uncanny lifestyle?
What's so uncanny about
What's
it?
that mean? I don't know what an uncanny fighting style means. That makes no sense. I don't get it. Did he touch me once? I don't remember what my starting AC is.
Hit the replay. I'm pretty sure it did. Hit the check out the replay.
When replay
Check out
comes
the
up, I'll see. Yep, he took
Yeah.
200.
Yeah,
he
he
took
did.
234 off.
Hit you once.
Hit me once. You ain't gonna be ragging on heavy bipeds too much. I can dodge bullets.
Not only bullets, you can dodge grenades. I've seen it.
Dodge a wrench.
Dodge a grenade.
With a typical AC for the bottom of the ladder. Oh. This
Ouch.
vehicle is believed to have a rifle or two. Like, seriously, Reverse Joint Legion, if you're out there, you haven't, if any of the left old members of that happen to see this, I'm sorry that the game does not respect your leg type.
You're dead, cleric. All dead. Okay, also he's staying on the ground. Oh, now he's trying to move me off.
Oh, I'm getting stun locked. There's the stun lock.
So try to blade you.
Are you gonna blade me? You gonna blade me? Are you? You stay in my blind spot. You see that?
Replay him.
Fine, I'll shoot.
If
Always like that movement while you're blowing up. Always cracks me up.
I wonder if you were going to try to rip a wave.
I was going to.
Yeah.
I think it requires a lock for it to work, if I'm correct.
I don't remember that specific about it.
I mean, you throw the blade out and you press boost right as it comes out to throw the wave. But I think for some reason I have it in my head that you have to have a lock in order for it to come out. I think.
mean,
Ooh, here you go.
hey, that's
look
what
at
I'm
that.
talking about. He's well suited for high-speed battles, has multiple chain guns to serve his purpose. Awesome.
Not a
Approved.
GNL though.
It's all right. It's all right. It's
Not
all
a
right.
GNL.
Yeah, he's got the concept. By the way, you shouldn't. I don't think you. I could be wrong, but I don't think you need the lock. It's
See,
like
I'm
the
not sure
timing.
either. It's been so long.
It's like be well into the boost. Like it's not so immediate that you just go. You press it like 1-2. You know, like literally as you know the blade comes out. It's like you're already in a pretty good boost step by the time you're ready to throw it. I have a story as to why I never became a blader. Cleric, I've shared with you before.
Poke.
Yeah. The
They
poke that failed. The poke that failed me. The poke that failed me. That's why.
Yep, the
Why?
armpit poke.
Yeah.
I think you told me this too.
No, regale us, please. Regale us.
Yes,
All right.
please.
While you're going through arena, because I think this
Yep.
is the time to do it. All right.
Yep.
Why not? All right. So a gift that quads have. If you equip a blade, we call it the POD, the Poke of Death. No, not the band. Just the Poke of Death. So if you blade someone with the quad, you don't have the range of like a sweep. But when you stab, you deal insane damage if you hit somebody with that, especially in Moonlight. And don't even get me started if you manage to air poke somebody too. Like you will wreck someone's day really badly. So now I'm not knocking that. Quads have their own specialty for blades, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. So fast forward to Silent Line, you know, early 2000s. Here I am thinking, all right, you know, I'll work on this. I don't blade enough. I need to do this more. This is a essentially infinite ammo source. That is something I'll be able to rely on. You know, maybe even if I don't use the Moonlight, I can use the Halberd, something with a lot of range. But I need to get better at blading. So I preparation for the first tournament event I ever went to, AC 2. I'd spent some time working on my blading because there's a blading event and I wanted to play in that too. And I was just toying with it. I was starting to get into it a bit. I said, yeah, I think I can carry this on one of my mains, one of my staples. I'll use it. Get into a match, 4-way. We were doing some system link, some friends of mine that also went to the event, and we come down to it. And there's 3 of us left. Everybody's got kind of like low-ish AP. Just come to the center of the map. And there's like this little nook where you can kind of hide. You can kind of back up, put your AC in, and it's just deep enough to where someone couldn't see you. If they didn't see where you went in the first place. So one of my friends, he moved, and I saw what he was doing. He went and parked there to get the jump on me, and I went around the opposite way, right? I come around the corner, I ambushed him, and I caught him off guard. I had everything lined up. I had the shot, the strike was perfect. This was a picture-perfect finish. Done, we're going to close out this match. I go for the blade. I go for the poke. What happens? Armpit. Moonlight it's literally an arm pitch. I'm like, are you kidding me? Of course, he just responds and he just does the full blade sweep. He was running like a midweight biped. And after that day, I never picked up a blade in any of my mains again. That shattered me. I was done.
But just think, if you would have been a quarter of the inch the other way.
That's the worst part. It's okay. I ended up putting on more guns.
Or the
But man, dude, if you got a mid-air quad blade though, oof.
Yeah, whoever you hit was, if they weren't dead, they were gonna be 1 foot in the grave.
Very
From
close.
that was a lethal hit. I think one of the only other things I can think of more potent than that is if you parry bladed somebody out of midair.
Yeah.
That dealt insane damage too.
The multiplier being a quad and the multiplier being mid-air with the hit.
Yeah, that was like, I think that was one-shot territory for a lot of builds.
Oh, the stun. I can't move.
Yeah, he's got you in the turn. Oh, the stuns. Blah, blah, blah. This is what I mean by AC1. They took stuns to the next level. Like,
We just tried to blade me. Man, he is staying up
Yeah,
in
he's
the
got
air.
that. He's got that aerial movement. This is even before part dropping was a thing.
Oh,
Uh,
you can't hear it, but I heard the sound effect twice there on the blade. And he's moving around so much.
he reminds me a lot of Ace 3. And he's on the missiles now. Here's your chance to kind of even it out a bit.
He's keeping a good enough distance and a good enough speed, a clip, that the carousel is not even hitting.
Yeah, this is okay. This is a classic AC case I want to highlight here. There's a lot of things in the game you can just kind of plow through. You know, especially when you got a really OP weapon set up. There's a thing in AC called locking and double locking. Okay, so you got your first lock, some people call your soft lock, and that's basically you get your target sighted. You get the red. Reticle, you get them lined up. You can also refer to it as just you get your first, green lock. You start to get them sized up. You can start taking your shots immediately, or you can wait till you have a more tracked shot. In later AC games, a double lock, we like to call it, is actually a really, really important thing, especially when you're leading, like your cannon shots or things you really, really want to count, stuff like that. Again, more things instruction manual just won't tell you about AC. This is to the wire. But you got the ammo count in that laser cannon.
You got a missile.
I think he is. If he would have shot. He is a hop and a skip. Oh, Now this is a situation because Claire's got to keep enough energy to take his shots. Yeah, he's got to watch his ammo still a bit now. Be careful, be careful. And then if he takes too many shots, he's going to be in range of a blade. There you go. There you go. To pull it out.
You see that last second boost back though?
Yeah.
Right on that blade. Like, nope. Nope. Never bladed me though.
None of that.
GG.
Man, he just stayed in the air and so fast.
Trying to remember. There's different things in AC, like some different instances that really kind of force you into certain things. I remember, I think it was AC3. Yeah, wasn't there a sniper in AC3 Arena chain like a Valkyrie? Like, she was near the top.
Yeah,
What?
And she had a similar name too.
She did. It wasn't Los Vaz, but it was like Valkyrie from the original, and I'll never forget that because that's what really got me thinking about like trying to up my game with like vertical tracking, right? There's this, I think, a simple default way playing AC, and this is just some designs. It just falls in. It's more convenient for you to try to keep everything horizontal, right? And because you're waiting for specific shots and stuff like that. But I remember doing that in Arena, and I'm like, man, I need to work on my vertical game a lot. The idea of no matter how vertical your opponent tries to get with you, stay with them. Keep that lock. Keep that double lock. Track them. And
funny enough, I just searched it up. So, Osvy's AC in AC1 is named Valkyrie. The pilot itself in Armored Core 3, I think, is actually named Valkyrie.
There you go. It is.
Boom, 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 boom,
Bum, bum, bum. Trust me, it's just as satisfying to clip the legs of your target than it is, you know, center mass with a grenade launcher.
You just land on top of me there? That what just happened just now?
Let him tap dance you.
You just land on top of my head.
He's acting like Wu Fei now. We had a player in the older community. Went by the name Wu Fei. Dude was super good at AC. He played a lightweight, the carousel, in like a hanger, but he was efficient with his OB movement to the point where he could like, you know, like just momentum float and like land on your head stuff. And he'd do this stuff for style points, of course. It's not you just messing around with people, but it was fun to watch. It was a lot of fun to watch. Ooh,
wow!
Gotcha. Wow! He actually had the ammo to go the distance. That's rare in the arena. Getting real.
Yeah, get the top half of the echelon here. It's a little crazy sometimes.
Also, the higher you go in the arena, there's a higher chance you're going to start running into plus ACs yourself.
Yep.
And at that point, they get really broken. Usually the guy at the top of the arena is a very broken, plus who knows what else, overweighted design.
This guy's the chain gun arm, and this just wrecking me.
Yeah, those are tearing up, man.
I'm having to keep so much movement that I don't have energy for the carousel.
Damage race. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Super.
Nicely done.
I think he had a linear gun.
Those didn't. I don't think those existed until 3 era.
No, they're a thing. I'm fairly certain they're a thing.
Let's see here.
It'd be a
You're
back.
right.
It's a back weapon.
I know they were introduced in back form. There was a small back cannon.
Going against Darwin. Hey, look at that. Darwin, AC evolution.
What's up with the 3 guys, though?
Yeah, it's weird. You're not wrong. Especially with their butts sticking out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
No, actually, yeah. I think now I'm trying to remember. Actually, Steve, Claire, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think what he was hitting me with when he ran the chain
Yeah.
gun ammo. Oh, this guy's a GNL.
Yeah. Oh, I see the. Wait, is that? Oh, yeah, there it is. Zuka's into GN. Oh, yeah.
Die.
Boom. Low defenses though. Torn up.
He's a tank. Not much energy defense.
Eh.
You know, you mentioned earlier, like, you know, Crest versus, you know, Kurosagi, that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder. Were there any brand loyalists back in the day? Was that a thing?
You mean like players in the community who only built specific?
Like they were like loyal to a
companies.
brand. I don't think that was a thing, really, was it?
Not much. You rarely saw. I know there's some people who really went after aesthetics. Like we had some people who were hardcore on like Kisaragi. They loved like the look of like the Rakan core and stuff like that. But I never remember anybody like advertising themselves as like I only do like pure Mirage ACs or like I only do like pure Crest.
Ooh, rocket
That's
arms.
part of that.
Oh gosh.
imagine part of that too would be it's probably a bit more difficult to build like an AC along those lines. Like, you know, full, mostly shell defense or like mostly energy defense. Like that.
Yeah.
Ow. The stun is real. Ugh. I gotta keep moving. Don't have the energy to keep moving.
Scary sometimes just how good the AI is with those manual combos.
Oh, he's stun locked. He's done.
And GG.
Stun lock. Boom. It's not stun and whack like AC4, but... Never forget when I played someone online AC4, people were complaining about my playstyle. I'm like, what do you mean? You just play stun and whack. I'm like, what's stun and whack? Like, yeah, you're using like the stunning like grenade arms or like bazooka arms and with the pulse rifles on back. I'm like, I've been playing this like almost since the game first came out. Like, this is not new for me. Like, what? Like, no, yeah, stun and whack's like a popular style. Like, oh, okay, whatever. Yelling at me about using stun and whack. I didn't know that was even a thing. Oh, a little pulse handgun. Wow, dodge and everything again too. Coming to blade me? What are you doing?
He just wants to give you a hug.
Yeah, back rocket?
Home run.
Boom. Okay, so we are about 2 hours into this thing.
Right?
And we have half of the arena left.
Right?
And about half of the missions left. So do you guys want to call it here and go for part 2? We just want to keep barreling through. I'm not tired, so I'm good. But I don't know what your guys' time frames are like.
Right. I was gonna say, I don't know what you have up, Chang, but it might not be a bad. I think it might be a bad idea to break it up into 2 parts. Get to like 20 or so in arena.
Yep.
Just to put yourself on like just a good footing, and then we'll pick it up on the part 2 and wrap up the whole thing.
Yep, I agree. All right, we'll get through AC20 here. I'll leave us for number 19 for next time, and blow our way through the rest of the arena, then go through, do the rest of the story. I really want to get the finger and show it off what it can do.
This is just so much nostalgia. I mean, it's crazy. Like, you're really taking me back. Like, the thing about the linear gun, I totally forgot about that. So you mentioned, I was like, holy crap, that was a thing early on.
Well, I think the reason why it became a thing more later on in the series is because you had the right arm attached linear and left arm linear guns.
Yeah, you got the arm mounted, then you got like the AST linear rifles.
Yep.
And like 9-breaker and beyond and stuff, and that was such a styling gun. Like, I always love the look of that thing.
Also, I think it's probably got like the newer 3rd gen games. It's got like some of the best sound design. Like when that thing hits you, man.
Yeah.
It was the pew boom pew. Yep. Well, that everyone's freaking out. That looked like the Carousel first. Like, is that a Carousel?
Yeah.
Like, no, it's a linear gun. Fire Crest. Piling AC Glorious.
Oh, it's a missile boat.
Missile boat.
Well, I can't properly call it a missile boat because it's missing the legs to be a true boat.
True.
But it's a missile heavy design.
Hidden missile.
And tell us just minds, maybe some of the people who aren't as familiar, what exactly is a missile boat?
So that's a nickname. It's a shorthand you have for an AC build that is literally loaded for bear with pure missiles. You might maybe have something weird like an EO core that's introduced in later titles. Later on, your core has a function, either for overboost or an extra weapon, EO or exceed orbit, right? So you might have an additional gun to supplement it. But missile boats are what they sound like. They are literally walking missile silos. It's just like a whole fortress. Like they might have dual vertical missiles. Chances are 90% of the time they'll have extension missiles. They'll probably have missile arms. They might have like internals that increase their missile count. Like it's just, it's nuts. And normally the most common platform you'll see those on is a tank. And it's, at least in my mind at least, where that's where you make the visual connection with the whole boat concept. Technically, you're probably not wrong if you call like, a loaded up like quad or RJ or something a boat too, but I think the tank does it best because they're free to kind of mount whatever nightmare set of missiles you want and not have to think twice about the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the one game I think it was deadliest was AC2 because missiles cause tons of lag.
Oh gosh, the dual vert missiles.
Yeah.
With extensions on AC2 was just
if you wanted to go into the Matrix, you just shot
and do a full bore bullet time.
Yep. Yep. Literally bullet time for the next like 6 or 7 seconds. I gotta admit though, it was the sound of missile rain that was always awesome. I like the dual multi-warhead launchers with the extensions was just beautiful.
Yeah,
like,
that push, yeah.
No, I'm missile-wise, I'm a big fan of the multi-warhead missile. I always love those. I didn't like the ones in 3 because they were so much more inaccurate. I gotta admit the ones in 2 felt almost like kind of crazy because of how accurate they were, but I just always loved the concept of those.
It was micro missiles for me all day, every day.
Micros rocked. Give me Karura, give me Kanara, Rigora all day. All day, they all ruled.
I was personally a personal fan of the triple missile.
Ah, the TM. Especially close.
Especially close range. Unconventional use for a missile weapon, but it works.
It's crazy. I'll never forget when they first introduced micro missiles. It was in the trailer for Nexus, and near the end of it, Evangel breaks out that barrage of micros plus extensions. It blew our minds being able to shoot that many missiles from one launcher. Like that hadn't happened in AC before. It's like I remember us freaking out. We're like, "What is that? Like, what is that part? That's nuts!" I had a few quads that use micros. I always respected those a lot. I think I ended up settling at the very end of things into 3 era on like Spartois and extensions. But no, micros are great. They were a really quick, just overwhelming volley. I mean, sure, just like any missile dodging tech, you were good at it. You could perfect it. Get in towards the inside angle and dodging it, but they would always force your opponent to an option. I mean, if you ignored the things, you didn't want to tank that many missiles. Like if you ate those, they were going to give you some heat problems. There's also a kind of substrat to load. Look at the stun. Load yourself up with missiles and come in overweight. this happened when part dropping was introduced. That's another thing we'll talk about another segment another time. But that was always a cool strat.
Man, stun in this
Yeah.
game. Ugh. It's harsh. Like I said, I never played. I didn't really get into the whole biped scene until AC2, end of AC2, beginning of AC3 era.
Right.
I'm trying to wonder if I should look at the stats on these and wondering maybe if heavies are more stun, like prone. Now you wouldn't think so because they're heavies, but again, that also might have been the balance factor on dealing with their amount of extra like AP and defense. If that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It was basically the same way in 5 and Verdict Day.
Right. After this last fight, I'm gonna go to the garage and I'm gonna look at that just for a minute, just because I'm curious. What in the world is he firing at me? Dude, I just died. What was that just now? Look at my AP. Look at it. Do you see my AP right now?
Yeah.
What was that?
Disappeared.
Oh man.
I'm so confused. It just like blew me up.
Oh man. People talk about how much damage you can take in 5 era and stuff. I say never underestimate quick death in AC1. Like,
What did I just get hit with? It was just like a huge string of thermonuclear explosions, and I was just dead.
what is he using? I couldn't tell.
Bruiser?
Those were weapon arms, or
I don't think so, because he had a pulse.
Oh, the laser arms.
yeah,
Oh.
it is a weapon arm. Yeah, and they hit you and they explode. It's an innocent start, but yeah, okay.
Yep.
No wonder. Dude, laser cannons and like laser arms and AC and like plasma. Oh my god, dude, they just tore the house up. That might be why I always wonder the plasma cannon felt tame in AC2 compared to 1 and 1. Like,
It did nothing to the Kurosawa.
no, it got worse.
Yep.
In my opinion, I mean, the fire rate of the 1 AC1 is crazy and all that, but dude, the explosive Kurosawa was just, that thing was a little too much.
Ooh, I got stunned. Wow.
Ooh, raining on that parade.
Wow. Okay.
Well, they call him the Bruiser.
They do. I might have to go for a change of tactic here. I've just been running Carousel for missions and stuff, but I might have to change it up for arena here a little bit.
This is what I love about AC. There's like that 80% you'll face roll, and then all of a sudden, the face rolling's not so cute anymore.
There it is.
Brutal.
Oh no. I'm in full charge mode now.
He's gonna bake you.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yep.
Yeah, even splash damage can kill him at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a change of tact on this one.
Fair enough.
Alright, I think I'll save that for next time.
Yeah. Leaving off at number 20, the Bruiser.
I'm pretty sure he's plus, given how much he's flying around and using those really high drain weapons. Because those things take a ton of energy to shoot. Alright, just out of curiosity, I'm going to look what I said before. Stability is 25-18. Nope, they're higher.
Interesting.
That's some high stab. That's just how broken those things are.
Man.
That's just how broken they are. Wow. Alright, let's save it here. Save our progress.
Oh, hey, it's been fun though. Thanks for having us along for the ride. We're gonna tune in for you again next time.
Yep. And we will finish our arena run and then finish the rest of the story on part 2 of this little Project Phantasma casual, just chatting up playthrough. Nothing serious, nothing competitive, just enjoying each other's company while playing some AC. And just having overall fun on it. So, we will catch you all next time. Again, this is Claire, technically from Armored Core Online now, since we now have that place. And Armored Core Online, and got From Chang and Zealous. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. And
Our
I
pleasure.
will see you all next time.
Peace.
Yeah.